Start of the final term, it's 15 points of difference. Bell Post still 9-17 lead. Corio 9-2. And the bounce down. Feldman gets the knockdown. Weston. Cook in there. McNamara. Ball still in the middle. And umpire Hooper will come in and bounce the ball.
This final quarter brought to us by the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes Company and, of course, the Car Ranch in Gus Primer.
That's a mouthful.
It is that. And we thank those sponsors for this support in 97. And Corio going to attack. And the first goal of this last quarter is vital. Batty knocked it back, and Boyle comes in, kicks off the cover. The ricochet was kind because he's got a chance to paddle it forward. O'Toole has pulled off the ball without it. Play on's the call. And the Hill now can get out of trouble through Sean Lewis. Hand pass was okay. Moranovic goes short. Bit high, though, for Cookie. Tapped forward by Weston. Can't pick it up. Now support Cullen. Looks to Woodman. Big fella comes through, puts his head down. I don't know why he does that. You can't see what's going on around you when you do that.
Well, he's been doing it for 400 games, so it doesn't matter.
Well, he should keep his head up so he can see what's going on.
I'm sure he's going to take your advice at this late stage of his career, Ronnie.
Because if I was playing, I'd lift it up for him.
And then he'd lift you up over the fence. Don't worry about that.
He'd want to make it good. Ball's at centre-half forward now. Devils into attack, but it's pretty untidy footy here at the moment. And
well, like you, bit untidy up here too.
The umpire's found this is my Sunday best.
Looks like you've been doing the gardening.
It's a beautiful thing. Batty. No, Moranovic it was. They look very similar, the crew cut, the boys. Good work, Tommy Sveljak. But Dougie Cornwall rises to the occasion. Hand pass there to O'Toole. Quick shot at goal to the square. Bit of a holding, I think you'll find, and it's going to go against Jason Stewart. And some fine work, Jamie Cozzy to Batty.
Woodman stands the mark. Batty now will look towards his coach and also Feldman. Cook, roves, can get it away to Bartolo, decides to go himself, kicks towards centre-half forward. Howard, McFadden, hits Howard on the shoulder. Kelly now, for Bell Post still, measures the pass towards Stosic. Tries to hold off Bowden. McFadden spins out of a tight situation and goes wide towards Baker. It's good at half-back and he takes the mark. He goes with a torpedo punt which comes off the side of the boot. Aitken can't grab it. Goes towards Wall and Lewis. Wall gets away, handball to the big man Moranovic. He's got Lewis in support. Moranovic rides the bump, tries to get it to Lewis. He does so. And he just wants to see the safety of the boundary line and gets it. It's going to be a boundary throw in on centre wing. Batty, big thump away. Wall goes towards Bartolo. Keating off one step with the left boot. Now there's three Bell Post Hill players. One of them's Craig Ball. He goes towards Bartolo. He takes the mark on centre wing. And Feldman gives him a lead. Oh, he goes into the middle. Sykes takes the mark. Came off okay. Handball to Ball. He's got Feldman wide. He goes in that direction now, measures the pass beautifully to him. Cook runs down in the middle and goes in that direction now. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Cullen tries to rip the ball off him, and it's centre-half forward.
A real tug of war, wasn't it?
For Bell Post still. It's going to be a ball up.
It's got a bit dark here this afternoon, isn't it?
It has a little bit. The sun's gone under. Fano's got the top on, so it's a bit cool. Yeah. It's a bit cooler here at Myers Reserve. Cullen gets it down, but only as far as Bartolo. Running through Baker. Oh, gets through traffic well, but then gets collared as he gets his kick away. Boyle, handball. Oh, to McNamara.
Terrible.
Still in the middle. Ball. Tackles him, but he gets his handball away to Cullen. Usually does something productive with the ball and has done so again. Gives it to Stewart on the chest. Good lead out, and we're kicking from 50. And he's backing himself. He's gone back.
Well, he needs to kick it because Weston made great position and ignored him. So if he doesn't kick this, so if I was Weston, I'd go over and give him one right between the eyes.
Well, it's a fair kick, and it's been touched by Batty.
Bang. Selfish football, Jason Stewart.
So they go to 9-3-57, Corio. Bell Post till 9-17-71. on the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes and the Car Ranch scoreboard in this fourth quarter. 5 minutes gone on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock as Batty kicks in looking for Feldman. Can he get away from Lazaridge? Yes, he can. Got a bit of time now. Measures the pass to Kelly and good. Got Lewis running past, decides to go in midfield. Nobody really there. Bartolo and Baker. Baker easy. Takes it in front of Bartolo and Cook. Goes wide, looking for Cornwall. Finds him. Goes onto the left boot. Long, looking for Stewart coming out. And can he take the mark? No, yes he can. Umpire Santa Spirito has said.
Good grab.
And he will have another kick for goal, second in a minute. And Jamie Cosick looks hurt.
Trainers 1 and 2 dash out.
Robbie Stevenson coming off the ground for Bellpost Hill and Cameron Carr coming back on.
Yeah, that's a good move. That'll give them a bit more bite across half back. And all due respects to young Stevenson, but he's been out there for some time. And the player that's down, Noel, is Jamie Cosick. He just landed a bit awkward, and hopefully he's okay, but he might have just had the wind taken out of his sails, we hope, and hope that there's no collarbone damage. He hit the turf pretty hard. Shoulder or collarbone, yeah. I would suggest. And the trainer now calling for assistance. Stretcher, I'd suggest. She's a beauty.
So we've got a break in play. Well, the stretcher comes out for Jamie Cosick. 9-3 to 9-17. Bellpost Hill, 14-point leaders. And we had been 6.5 minutes gone in the final quarter. So this quarter will be a longish one as well. So he's on the stretcher now. He was at centre half back.
He's conscious though, he's okay.
Yep.
But I'd say he's done a shoulder. And that won't please David Cook one little bit because, or Graham Carr, because the injury list is quite large out here at Bellpost Hill. And unfortunately Jamie Cosick is now added to the list. Well, Jason Stewart's got an opportunity here from 35 metres out, directly in front. And if Corio really needed inspiration, this will be the shot at goal that could change the game. But Bellpost Hill are kicking to the scoring end all afternoon, so the odds are with Bellpost Hill, Jace.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Well, I have, but you know, there's only been four goals scored at this end out of the 18.
Well, Stewart has a chance to put his first on the board and Corio's 10th. Bring them a little bit closer. Kicking from about 35 metres out. And he may have pushed it, has he? No, he's got it.
Good goal.
So his first. And Corio's 10th, 10-3-63. Corio, Bellpost Hill, 9-17-71. On the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes in the Car Ranch fourth quarter scoreboard. And it's 8 points of difference here at Myers Reserve.
Yeah, I was hoping for this, a good close contest. And we've, margin's blown out to 30 points, the biggest margin all day. And to Corio's credit, they've clawed their way back in this clash, and we have a great game of GDFL footy on our hands to complete round 3, the first Sunday game of footy for GDFL footy in 97 between two sides rebuilding.
Back in the centre, Aitken. Moranovic gets it down. Big fresh air shot there from McFadden. Osborne, his handball was smothered, tried to get it back, and then it falls towards Aitken. And good skills by the big man, picked it up and then lost it. Moranovic tackled him. Kick off the ground by Howard. Kick off the ground by Batty. Back towards Bartolo. Sveljak there as well. McNamara picks it up and then drops it. Little toe poke's okay. Towards 50. Coming out Boyle. Quick hands to McNamara. Oh, Stevenson couldn't take it with him. Cameron Carr there now. And over the top, free kick push.
Bit of experience though. Carey committed his body, and that was good footy. Plays on there. Here's an opportunity for the Hill. Aussie, can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Now, he's got a paddock. He can have half a dozen bounces here. And he's got Sean Lewis, which I think should take the mark, though. It's a bit well weighted for him. And Feldman has got good right to blast him because that was poor footy.
No, it wasn't. It was Brett Feldman. He said, that's terrible. And now, Moranovic gives it to Feldman. So he's going to do it all himself. He runs around, gets shepherded by Kelly, goes long towards Cook and Howard. Cook from behind, can't take the mark. Bowden just gives it off the ball. Oh, classy again. Can he put him back with it? Yes, he has. Jesus, a bit of class about him.
So he kicked that with his right foot as well, so it makes no difference to which side he kicks the footy. Drilled it right through. Great goal for the Hill, and that gives them a bit of a breather.
Yep, 10-17-77, Bellpost Hill, Corio 10-3-63. So 14 points of difference again on the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes and the Car Ranch final quarter scoreboard.
Where are we going next week too, Jason? I'd like to know.
Well, it looks as though we might be going to Eastern Suburbs and Bellpost Hill next Saturday, I think, at Richmond Crescent at Chrome Dome Park. That could be the one. And then I reckon we might not ever see Bellpost Hill again. That's 3 weeks in a row. We'll be number one ticket holders up here soon.
Well, really, Werribee Central's North Geelong.
Yes, well. Sorry?
I mean, well, you please yourselves, you blokes, but 3 weeks in a row. It's a bit obvious, isn't it?
What's obvious? Sveljak gets it out. And goes to Stevenson now towards Wall and can't take the mark. Ruck there and he sees it over the boundary line.
I'll
we might leave Werribee Centrals to round 6 against Thompson. That could be a good game.
Yeah, okay.
Keep that in mind.
Okay. Boundary throw in centre wing. Woodman does well, but Aussie there traps it. Got it over to Bartolo. Good work in the clinches. Got it to the run of Sean Lewis, who kicks it to centre half forward. Now on the ground for the Corio side, the 31 jumper worn by Shane Cornwall, but allows Bellpost Hill in on that occasion. A mark taken, and I think it's that boy again in Damien Ball. What he lacks in inches, he makes up with courage and skill. Good lead. I don't know much about these balls, boys, but handy pickup. Handy pickups, good skills. Lovely pass and just about broke the wrist there of Ant Stonick. Sorry, that's Stosic, yeah.
So Stosic for goal number 2. 2 goals, 1. And it's been touched. So 1 goal, 2. His total this afternoon, and they go to 10-18-78. Bellpost Hill. Corio 10-3-63, 15 points of difference on the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes and the Car Ranch fourth quarter scoreboard.
Woodman brings the ball back into play. Looks there for Baker and takes it, but there's been a hold. And it's going against David Wool. Ruck up there, half forward. Cornwall pushed off it, but Cullen trapped it well. Over the top to McNamara, caught with the footy. Poor option, Matty Cullen. Should have kicked the footy.
Well, given it to McNamara earlier, one or the other. He sort of left a little bit too late there and put the leader of the band under pressure. Wall and Ruck and Osborne. Osborne, just a little tap to Wall was okay. Kick around the corner to Kelly. Gets a hand to it. McFadden getting back there as well. Paddles it along. Then...
Bit soft. He pushed him off the ball. I mean, that was quite fair and legit. He didn't push him in the back at all. pushed him in the side.
McFadden gets it long. Renfrey falls towards Phil Boyle. It's going to be a free kick for out on the full, and Brett Osborne to take it. Oh, what was that? Comedy Capers on the wing there.
Well, you know, if I was the coaching panel, I'd get Osborne off the ground. I mean, he's mucked things up 3 times.
Batty, over his head and falls to Baker. Hands. Batty, who's been good all day. Stevenson towards Osborne again. What does he do this time? Just keeps it in front of him and pushes it to the safety of the boundary line. So it's 10-18, playing 10-3, 15 points of difference in the final quarter.
Beaumont's Pies and Cakes and the Car Ranch bring us the action here of this final stanza. Woodman over the top. Quick kick up there to half forward, but out of touch. He is the big fella on that occasion because he's kicked it just inside the line. Boundary throw in. Good 70 metres from goal. And she loves me.
Boundary throw in. Woodman from behind. Pushed in front to Cullen. Handball. Out the back, Lewis and Sykes. Sykes rides a bump, then gets onto his left boot.
Good play.
Wall. If it sits in, he's got the run. Keeps it in front of him. Danny Ruck right next to him. Keating as well, and Johnny Drysdale. Ruck followed it all the way back. Tried to handball it. It's still in. Now it's not. No, that was out. Boundary umpire. Good decision.
The bubbles.
Well, it's a throw in, and it's Woodman getting it over the back to Cullen. He's wrapped up, and it's going to be held in. And umpire Hooper. Well, falls to Moranovic, gives it to Renfrey, who gets wrapped up.
Well, David Wool's been ordered from the ground, I think,
So
and Danny Ruck. He didn't bring the yellow card out.
No, just a rest, I think. Well, the ball is at centre half forward for Corio. And it's going to be balled up again by umpire Santa Spirito.
Well, now Danny Ruck is in a bit of a predicament. His job is to stay on David Wool. He's off the ground. Ruck's standing here.
And Cossack is on the ground for Wall, and he's in the middle of the ground.
So Danny Ruck's not sure what's going on.
Well, Keating coming off with the blood rule. Batty's got 50 and is in the middle of the ground. Measures the pass towards Cook, and he takes a good mark. And want to be careful there, Darren Bennett. So Matthew King on for Corio, and Kelvin Keating off with the blood rule.
Yeah, I think Corio have got one player more on the ground, haven't they?
Well,
no, Keating did come
Keating's off. I think they're right. Well, it's not going to make much difference because Cook's put the ball straight through the middle for a goal. After all that.
Excitement here at the Hill. It always happens out here at the Hill, doesn't it? Yeah, they love it. They love their footy, these boys. Fano's happy now. 21 points the margin. Making it very hard now for the Devils. Time check shows 16 and a half minutes gone of this final quarter, buttressed by Bannockburn Sporting Trophies. Sees that the final quarter scoreboard, Beaumont's Pies and Cakes in the Car Ranch. Bell post till 11:18:84. Lead Corio 10-3-63.
Well, I'll tell you, Noel's lost the plot. Noel has lost the plot. Noel Hooper has lost the plot. He should go back to selling houses on a Saturday and Sunday afternoon because he has no idea how to umpire. Well, he sent him off. Now, the rule is if you don't send him off without a card, all he needs to do is go off for a couple of minutes and have a rest and come back on. There's no rule that says it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If he wants to send him off for 15, he has to give him a card. Well, he can't do it. Well, Noel has lost the plot. Well, there's no such rule. Back to the footy. It's at centre half forward.
I love it.
Kelly gives it towards Ball. Wrapped up without the footy. McNamara over the top of the ball. Kelly again gets his kick away towards the wing. Cossack and Ruck. Ruck's there and coming out in Drysdale. Drop the footy. Yep, throw or dropping the ball. One or the other.
Oh, he punched it out.
Well, it's holding the ball. Well, the free kick.
Got to be given a fair opportunity, Jace. Umpires have lost it.
Cossack goes towards Cook at half forward. Howard there also. Baker over the ball. Taps it out. Drysdale. Ruck's there as well. Runs at it. And right on him, Lewis and Drysdale. Oh. Well, free kick to Ruck for a push after the ball was out of bounds. And goes nowhere. Cossack has taken the easiest mark in between wing and half forward. We've been playing 20 minutes in the final quarter on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock. Feldman goes towards Feldjack in the pocket. Close to the boundary line and out of bounds. And it's still 15 points of difference. Sorry, it's not. It's 21 points of difference actually. 11-18. Playing 10-3. Bell Post Hill 21 points up. Cockrell, little kick. Bartolo runs through, gets onto his left. High kick into the pocket. Getting and taking a good mark. Here's Cornwall. And Shane Cornwall plays on quickly. Gets away. Onto his right boot towards McNamara. And getting back there, Osborne. Taking a mark. Plays on. Oh, the umpires. Oh.
Jeez, he's kicked the goal too. Well, the thing is, where the mark was taken, the player that had hold of him brought him back over the mark. So, in actual fact, the umpire is correct. He's got to go back over his mark.
But one called play on, the other one called the mark, though.
But
that's the thing.
Who called play on?
Well,
Hooper. He's lost it. He'll be in the under 18s next week. Well, maybe you should do it in the afternoons as well.
Cossack goes towards the leader, Feldman. He gets up there, off the back of the pack, Bowden. Handball out, Cullen. Left foot kick around the corner, Osborne. Outside 50, can't trap it. Ball right next to him. Osborne now just sits over the top of it. Just see it over the boundary line. Wall back on, Cossack off, and that's not 5 minutes, so we'll see if umpire Hooper says anything now. Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've never seen it before, so, it's all happening out here at Belpost Hill. Ball's on the half-back flank now for the Devils, under a little bit of pressure, as was Phil Baker then. I should say Paul. Woodman with Miranovic. Over the back there was Cook. Baker kicks off the carpet. That was good footy out of the danger zone now for them. Wall overruns the ball, as does Osborne. And we'll have another throw in on that outer side. At half forward flank now, Belpost still into attack, and they're leading by 21 points in quite a spirited game of football out here at Myers Reserve.
Spirited. Good word for it. Woodman and Miranovic. Miranovic, who's done pretty well all day this afternoon. Ruck done changed. Falls towards O'Toole, gets his head ripped off, and will be a free kick on the wing. And not much on offer for him up forward. Poor kick off the boot also. Batty gets a hand to it. Sean Lewis turns around, kicks it back towards O'Toole, and he takes the mark. Plays on now. Handball over the top, puts Howard under pressure. Goes the big thump. Goes towards half forward. Free kick found, and it's going to go to Corio. And Damien Weston with the free kick at half forward.
Played it well, actually. Again, just overreacted and got the umpire's attention and has got to the footy now. But the kick is a short one, up and under. Boyle, who's just had a bit of a dirty day, really can't judge the flight. But good work there from Ball. Goes straight in the corridor. Kelly, who's been busy all day. Kick up to half forward in front. Too strong. And great pair of hands for the little bloke. There's Brett Feldman. Only a good clash of bodies there. Kept eyes on the footy. Out of bounds. Left forward pocket. 35 metres from the Hills goal. Woodman. Good work to Baker. Left foot kick across goal's okay. McNamara will take it. It's Howard. But Howard's hand pass was pretty ordinary. And they've kept the ball in their forward line now, Bell Post Hill, with some good defensive play for footy Mick Howard.
And the last one to get up with the footy is Howard. Gives it back to umpire Hooper. Who'll bounce it 30 metres out. It's 11-18 playing 10-3. Bell Post Hill 21 points in front.
24 minutes gone to the final quarter. Bannockburn Sporting Trophies bring us the time clock here this afternoon. Woodman again. Looking for Baker. Working pretty well this afternoon. The Woodman-Baker combination.
Boundary throw in. Moranovic takes the front position. Gets both hands to it. Bartolo. Close to the boundary line again and out of bounds. Cockle can't keep it in for Corio. So the boundary umpire a bit more work to do. So thrown in. Moranovic at the front to Bartolo to Osborne. Kick around the corner towards Feldman. Goes to Cook now. Oh, puts it up high for Sveljak. And, oh, Tommy uses the body beautifully.
Tantalising. Good use of the body. Good strong mark. And Tommy will bang it through from 30 metres.
So Sveljak, who's kicked 2 goals this afternoon. And comes in from 30 metres out and puts it through for goal number 3. And that makes it 12-18-90 Bell Post Hill. And they lead Corio 10-3-63. So 27 points the difference on the Car Ranch and Beaumont's Pies and Cakes final quarter scoreboard.
Johnny Bartolo saying to, is that Brett Osmond? Tonight's the night.
Oh, God.
Well, what else is he saying to him there like that?
I don't know. You're telling the story.
I love you, my son.
Back in the centre. And there will be a bit of time on after all the goings on in this final quarter. We'll probably be going until about Tuesday.
Now,
where we're going.
Bounce a bad one, and Corio an opportunity to go forward. Boyle and Batty. Nice grab that time. Boyle. Kicks it very wide. Wall, gee, he covers some territory. The skipper of the hill. Good work from Aitken. Kicks it right across the face and there's no one home. Stevenson an opportunity to clear the ball, which he will. Plenty of opportunities here for them because he's got to bounce and had time to bring the ball back into the Cook direction. The ball just dropped short. And chipping in, taking a timely grab, Baker, who has ended up doing quite well for the afternoon. Then Travail off the ground, which was quite surprising. Carr, good work. Stewart, well collared by Cameron Carr. O'Toole, quick hands, looks for the Baker boy. There's been a free kick behind the play now. It's going to go the way of Barry O'Toole against Mark Batty. I think he was sort of the retaliator A little clinch behind the plate, and the retaliator always gets caught.
Correct. And Barry O'Toole, who's kicked 1 goal 1 today, goes long and looks pretty close. It's there. So Barry O'Toole's second goal. They go to 11-3, 69, Corio. 12-18, 90, Bell Post Hill. So back to 21 points of difference. And 2 minutes to go. So Bell Post Hill look like registering their first win of the season.
Yeah, good on them, and they've deserved it with 30 shots at goal to 13. So that's really the advantage that they've had here this afternoon, with some good positive footy, and opening their account for the 97 season at round 3. Beaumont's Pies and Cakes, the Car Ranch final quarter scoreboard. Corio 11-3, 69. They trail Bell Post Hill 12-18, 90. And as Jason Doherty has just called, 28.5 minutes gone to this final quarter. And there is the nicest water person you'd ever want to meet.
Kelly from the middle, wrapped up by O'Toole. Renfrey straight through, handball to Osborne. Well, called a throw, so Weston will take the free kick for Corio. Goes short to Woodman in the middle. Goes wide. The lead on from Aitken over the back of him. Falls to Cullen. Little kick is okay. Boyle stands and then takes the mark. Diving. Falling over, whichever you like. And he'll have a chance to put Corio's 12th goal on the board. And if he did that, that would be 12-3-75. It would be 15 points of difference. And I think I might have selected Bell Post Hill by 14 points, so I'm not far away.
You're a marvel, James.
Oh, no, 3 points. No, I thought it'd be a bit closer.
Well, Boyle's kick is straight through. I think there's still time for another Corio goal just between you, me and the gatepost.
Well, actually, another couple of goals and then I'd be right.
Correct. Correct.
So 12-18, 90, Bell Post Hill. Corio 12-3, 75. 15 points of difference on the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes and the Car Ranch final quarter scoreboard. And Ronnie, I hope you like folding up the tarps tonight, because I am desperately late. Geelong Advertiser hate me anyway, and they're going to hate me even more if I don't get there.
No troubles, mate.
Sunday football, isn't it beautiful?
I'm a big man.
You are a big man. Hasn't anybody told you that before?
I could cope, son.
Look at you, smiling, fanning over here. Geelong must have won. Beautiful.
And he backed Essendon.
Kelly with the thump away from the middle. Oh, the boundary umpire could get a possession here. Goes to Ball. Oh, geez, there's a bit of class about him. Goes towards centre half forward. Cook up. Can't take the mark. Bartolo roved. Hands to Cook quickly. Oh, umpire Hooper.
He's a goodie. Cullen runs his term. Looks to half forward to O'Toole at the back of the pack. Batty comes through and feeds off the hand pass. Good work there to Sean Lewis, who backs himself. Good work. Kicks it quickly up there looking for Feldman. Keating paddles it back underneath. Opportunity here for Wall. Ruck. Wally still at it. Good work. Gets the ball into the corridor. Stosic, quick hands. No one home though for the Hill, except Bartolo and Woodman, and the big up of the two. Well, Bartolo let Woodman through. Loose ball back now at half back at Dougie Cornwall, who's been a pretty fair contributor this afternoon. Just draws the player. Baker sells the dummy. Over the top to Cullen. When they play this sort of footy, Corio are just about unbeatable, but the kick on that occasion was a poor one. And there's the siren. It's all over. And Bell Post Hill recalled their first victory in 1997. Good 15-point victory here this afternoon, Jason.
Yes, they finished 12-18-90. And Corio finished 12-3, 75, so 15 points the difference. That last quarter, Belpost Hill kicked 3 goals, 1, and Corio kicked 3 goals, 1. So the 3-quarter time margin was the final margin as well. The goal kickers for Belpost Hill: 3 to Tom Sveljak and 3 to Damien Ball, 2 to Brett Feldman, and singles to Ant Stosic, David Wall, Brett Osborne and David Cook. While for Corio, Phil Ball kicked 3, Barry O'Toole and Alan Woodman 2 each, 1 each to Matthew Cullen, Darren McNamara, Damien Weston, Paul Baker and Jason Stewart.
And guest video, finally on the moon.
Tremendous. We always said we were going to take it to the outer limits of the world, and we have.
Gee whiz, votes are pretty tough here this afternoon, and I'm interested to hear Jason's very shortly as we just collate our votes for the afternoon. Better players in that final quarter. Well, it was pretty evenly tussled, and there was no real bright lights, I suppose, for both sides in that final quarter, because it was a pretty evenly matched quarter, and the scores indicate that. But for probably influence on the game, I'm going to stick my neck out here, and I'm going to go D Wall. The most influence on the game, and being tagged, ordered from the ground in controversial circumstances. I thought that still he was the most prominent player on the ground and helped Belpost Hill here this afternoon record their first victory. I'd go 2 votes to Kelvin Keating for a consistent performance all day for Corio, and I'm going to give 1 vote. It's a toss-up between Tommy Sveljak and Damien Ball, but I'll go Bally because I liked his game. The 39 Guernsey, very smooth, very polished player. Kicks I think 2 of his 3 goals on his left foot, and the 3rd goal he kicked on his right foot was a beauty. So, and I apologise to a number of players in defence. I thought even the coach of the side, Cookie, played a pretty good game of footy. Feldman, Mick Batty, I mean, you'd have to be stiff not to snare a vote. And actually, I might rethink that.
Oh.
I'll go back, I've missed him. I'll give, Mick Batty at full back. I'm going to give him a vote. Sorry, Mick, I forgot you, son. But no, he was terrific all day, and apologies to Paul and Feldman and Tommy Sveljak, even Glenn Travail, who I thought was first half was brilliant. And I'd like to find out why he was taken off the ground, because, okay.
Okay. Well, I've fitted both those players in that you were going to give 1 vote to. I've given Damien Ball 1.
Jesus, another one I've forgotten too, and I've just, go on.
Yeah, and I've got him, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've got Damien Ball 1.
Yeah.
Michael Batty 2. I thought his game at fullback was fantastic. And Chris Kelly, who had a lot of the footy.
Yeah, Chris Kelly. Well,
3 votes.
Well, in a nutshell, we've got 3 players on 3.
Oh, it's truth.
All from Belpost Hill, and I'll go Kelly, Batty, Wall.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Kelly, Batty, Wall. Too easy. Next Saturday afternoon, we're off to the Richmond Crescent for Eastern Suburbs and Belpost Hill. And, well, the Hill fought hard today without a number of their key players. And we'll have to do that again against the Suburbs next Saturday afternoon. So it should be an interesting tussle.
Have you got shares here at Belpost Hill, James?
No, not yet, but we could have if we keep going the way we're going. I've seen enough of the Lewises in the last 3 weeks to do me a lifetime, I can tell you.
But a credit to the club, as all clubs, but there are better than others in support of guest video, and we appreciate it because of the commitment that we've got to GDFL footy. It's great to be acknowledged and supported by the players, and I must say Belpost Hill, Graham Carr in particular, I think he's got every tape that every winning tape of Belpost Hill, and I'm sure that he'll buy another one today. So to Kari and to Louis, who's overseas at the moment, 2 stalwarts out here at Belpost Hill who are the backbone of the club administratively wise, do a great job for them. The afternoon tea was superb as always, and all in all, Jason, it's been another great day out here at Belpost Hill with no wind as well, so it was a terrific day for footy. And a great game, as you can see by the final quarter scoreboard here, the final scoring showing that Belpost Hill really did have control of the game all day and fell in by 15 points and record their first victory. Congratulations to all players. The game was played in pretty good spirit. And, well, the umpiring was probably a little questionable. But to Darren Sanders, Perito and Noel Hooper, they tried hard all day. And to the other men in white...